Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos. Have you ever thought about what makes these people so successful?
Is it money? Is it connections? Actually, it's way more simple than that. These guys simply refuses to say I won't or I can't. They say I can and I will do.
Hi, my name is Juan.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to be presenting you our podcast, My Québec City.
The episode on success and motivation. Alright, so today our podcast will be split in two different sections. The first one will be more about mindset and perspective, and the other one will be more about the habits side to help you using the right tools in order to succeed and perform.
To begin this podcast, I think that the first thing we have to talk about is discipline. Now, discipline is like a time watch that you can control. Once you control discipline, you can control your time as you want, and you can move more efficiently forward in your life.
Yeah, I completely agree with you actually, Ruan, because a lot of people nowadays, they don't have the control over their lives. They're spending way too much time on their phones, they're sleeping too much, they're not eating right, they are not training. You know, people sometimes are a little bit lost, and when you get lost on your objectives and pursuit, nothing goes right in your life. So
That's
discipline
right.
is a must.
You can spend like 15 to 30 minutes on TikTok and get lost in time. But if you
Sometimes it's
hours easily. But if you take that time and you convert it into something more productive,
School.
let's say school, read a book, go for a training,
Yep.
anything, it could be anything. Just make your day more productive. You are going to fulfill yourself much more.
Actually, the real benefit of discipline, in my eyes, is that through discipline, you get things done. You know, I often say that I'm the most lazy, disciplined person I know, because here's the deal. I don't always want to do it. You know, it could be school or work or, chores at home, laundry room, stuff like that. But you always have to do it. If you don't do it, nothing will be done, and you will just stuck there, and you won't keep moving. And in life, you got to keep elevate and just movement, just act on it and do actions. That's the goal. I don't know about you, Ruan, but I think that one of the best tips that I have for people that want to be more disciplined is to actually write things down. You know, people at the beginning of their day, they're like, okay, I need to do this. I need to go to the gym. I need to drink water. I need to do this homework or assignment that you talked about that I haven't done. So write things down and check. During the day, check or say, okay, I did my training, period. Check, I did that. And if you don't do that, you can try. You can try it by yourself, and you will see that at the end of the day, sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, easy. This day will go very fast and quick. But at the end of the day, you realize, you look at your paper that you haven't done so much because time flies, my guy. Time goes very fast. So you need to actually take time, pause during your day and say, okay, I did this, I did that. And it's also motivated as well. It's a form of motivation, I think.
Oh, let me tell you, I might get surprised by the results.
Of course.
That's an interesting experiment that you have there, and a nice tip. And talking about tips, actually, one that is really efficient is actually getting into habits. In fact, when we analyze people that are successful, we can see one thing that stands out from a lot of people, and that these things are called habit. Now, when you start implementing habits to your life, you are actually improving your lifestyle because you are actually going towards something. You want to reach something. You want to reach a goal. And so setting habits is it's a way to improve yourself and to grow into a better person. And people don't realize how much impact a single habit can do to your life. And you don't have to just put all the habits in one basket and say, okay, I'm going to do all these things in 1 week. No, because then you are going to discourage yourself. What you can do is do it progressively. You can start with, let's say, read a book for 1 week. Then the week after, you start working out. And then after, you start meditating. And so when you do it progressively, you are not going to discourage yourself, and you are actually going to create long-lasting habits that will fulfill your life. There's so many things to think about, information that you don't really need, information that is useless to your brain, because what you want to do is get ahead, and when you're focusing on the past, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
Now what you want to do is focusing on what you are doing, and like I said, like cleaning your room. What are you doing? I'm picking up some clothes that are left on the floor. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Just focus.
Yeah, you're right, because I think there's so much distractions nowadays, since we're always on our phones. Even at school, we're on our computers. It's hard to focus in this world of today, and I think we should definitely get more resources or help, because there's a lot of people that it's not because they're not capable of doing it, they don't have the right mind, or they're not intelligent. It's just that they don't focus. If you're not focused and, as you said, committed to a task, how do you want to get things done?
All this information adds anxiety for nothing.
Yeah,
you don't need to know when the appointment is due in 2 weeks, or I don't know what project do you have to do when you are doing one single task. Do one task and do the other. Do one task and do the other.
Yeah, repeat.
Yeah, exactly. It's a chain. Don't break the chain. Once you break the chain, you break yourself. I've watched a video about some guys telling people what will they do if they had $600 each day, and that every night this amount will be gone. Well, the answer is that they would do everything in their power to spend it, because they know that the morning after they are getting the same amount back, and they have to spend it because that's the most rentable way of doing it. Now the point is that you have 600 seconds every day, so don't waste it. Time is what you make of it, alright? And when we look at the big picture, we don't have much time here. There's plenty of things that constantly remove us time. You have to sleep, you have to travel, you have to cook, you have to clean. All these things are going to give you less and less time. And so now you have to look and say, how do I want to spend my remaining time here? Do I want to sit on my couch and watch a meaningless TV show? Or swiping down, looking at other people's life? Or do I want to create new habits that will last my entire life? Do I want to learn long-lasting knowledge by reading a book? Do I want to make my day better by completing a workout? The answer is in front of yourself. You have to get out of your comfort zone, because it is your enemy. On the other hand, your best friend will be pain, risk, discipline, because they are actually teaching you something. Spend your time out of your comfort zone and seek what you would normally run from. By doing this, you are opening yourself doors that would be otherwise closed.
True.
And if we think about it, comfort is a type of fear. People live their routine constantly, and they are stuck into this zone where the fear is constantly there, but it's also at the same time so comfortable that they don't want to get out there, and they let their dreams die.
And I think that's why comfort is really your enemy. And I think that people don't understand, but comfort is your enemy, and failure is your best friend. Should be what you seek in every day. Every day you have little losses so that tomorrow can be a big win. You understand what I mean? And I also think that failure is important because it teaches you things that you don't learn from success. When you're always winning, you don't know how it feels to lose. And in life, believe me, you will lose, you will mess up, you will do big mistakes, and you will feel very uncomfortable. And that's what you want, because when you feel so uncomfortable, when you're so low, you know that you don't want to be that low ever again in your life.
Yeah, exactly. Failure comes from setting yourself goals. Now, there's a lot of people that don't set themselves goals because, like you said, they are afraid of it. They are afraid of the failure that comes after. Am I capable of getting this big in such a short time? Or am I going to get from here to there in this period? Well, the response is we don't know. But we have to try at least. And by trying, you are always improving until you're the best person that you can.
The best version of yourself. Exactly.
And perfection doesn't exist.
No.
If there was a world where perfection were to be something that you can look at, well, it would be something that is unreachable, because there will be no room for imagination. There will be a limit to what we can accomplish. In real life, there's never been something to stop you from getting better. You can always improve and get to the best version of yourself. And so you have to try.
I don't know if you will agree with me, Juan, but I think that true success is oftentimes only a question of perspective, like we've talked about before the podcast.
Exactly.
You don't truly appreciate relaxation unless you've worked hard, you know? That is the yin and the yang of life. Understanding that you can achieve those goals is going to be difficult. You're going to push through the difficulty, and you're going to understand what difficulty truly is, and how much of it is just mental sometimes, and how much of it is just in your mind. It's only in your head.
When you talk about mindset, perspective, a big part of it is commitment.
Yeah.
You have to commit to what you are doing, and I'm not talking about just committing to everyday tasks like it was nothing. You have to really give yourself to what you are doing, not thinking about the past or the future, because the task ahead is not about that. What you have to do is focus on the present and not worry about anything else. People constantly had themselves problems and anxiety by going on the past or in the future. This is because they have no control and will never have control over the past or the future. What you do have control over is the present. And by committing to it, you are able to worry less and be more efficient. You know, the way you look at things in life will decide whether you will grow or stay the same. You have to be able to look at a situation and decide whether you want to play the victim over it or take control of it. Life will give you millions and millions of excuses to point your finger at someone or something and say it's their fault. It's their fault if I'm a failure. It's their fault if my life sucks. It's really easy to say such quotes in your head, or just going with actions that relate to this mindset.
Yeah.
But what is hard is to put the blame on yourself and not on others. Once you start with this way of thinking, you start taking responsibility in your life for your actions, and you start to fix what you are disappointed with.
And I think that's why people so often choose the easy way out of putting the blame on others, because they don't want to look at themselves and realize how trash they've become, or how they're not on the good path. They're not doing the things that they need to do in order to succeed and to grasp the concept of living a better life. And you know, there's a quote saying easy choices makes a hard life, while hard choices makes an easy life. And that's true. Every single day you should put yourself in positions that are hard in order to make your life easier. On a final note, I think that the right path to being like a happy, healthy, and successful person is to actually do all the stuff that we already know we're supposed to do. Take care of your body, take care of your health, take care of your mind, your stress, meditate, be kind to your people, and I guarantee you that you will experience great result out of it. Alright, so that was all for us today. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to what we had to say.
I hope you guys learn valuable lessons, and don't forget that you're the one in control of yourself and your success.
You are listening to One Day or Day One, the podcast about success and motivation on my Québec City podcast series. Thank you guys.
Thank you.